Okay. You've never stopped before?
I've never tried to give up smoking before.
So you came to me about 6 months ago?
Yeah.
Well, what happened?
Had my hypnosis and went from smoking 20 a day to to not smoking at all for about 2 months, and then went on holiday and had a cigarette, which was the fatal thing to do.
And then what happened?
Went home and still didn't smoke all the time or whatever, and then got really stressed about something, and snuck off for one cigarette, and it was just those odd cigarettes that were creeping in. I could go whereas before I was smoking all through the day, I could now go to smoking just like the odd one, and then not smoke for 2 days or something. But if I had a drink, then it would.
Drink and a cigarette go together.
Yeah. Then it started to kick back in. Whereas at first I felt like I just wasn't going to smoke at all.
Okay.
Then it started to creep back in.
So you've come back now 6 months later with your partner,
Yeah.
and he wants to stop now, so he stopped. So now, how do you feel now?
That I'm not.
What's the difference?
Well, I'm not going to smoke again.
How do you know? How do you know?
Until I go out and actually try, but that's the same as last time. But I just feel like it's hard to describe the difference. I couldn't really describe it really, because I felt really the beginning of last time was just as strong. Do you see what I mean? So it's hard at this point to describe the difference. That sort of intensity wore off after a while last time, but it still, by then all my habits had completely changed, so that made a massive difference.
Okay, so the triggers for you after 6 months or after a few months, couple of months, was stress.
Stress was the main one.
Smoking.
Think. Stress was the main one.
And they're very common for most smokers. Drinking a cigarette goes together, helps me relax. Those big two are the big two. And how do you feel? Put yourself in your imagination in a stressful situation.
What now?
Yeah, imagine.
Yeah.
Does that feel?
I'm not going to smoke.
No, I don't think you will. I don't think you will. Drink. See yourself with a glass of wine.
I'm going to enjoy my glass of wine without having a cigarette.
That sounds fairly congruent. Yeah, I think you will. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think you'll see me again.
Hopefully not.
Great, that's perfect.